Hey there, CJ Math students. I'm going to help you out with homework 3.11, number fluency, number 6, our old friend number fluency. So our first row here, row A, I have 9 over 4. I want to make it a mixed number, so I'm going to divide 4 into 9. Make sure you're paying attention because you do this on the back. All right, 9 minus 8 is 1, so my mixed number is 2 and 1/4. For another fraction, I could take 9 over 4 and double it, and I want you to write both ways you can do it, or you could take 2 and 1/4 and double it. We'll go ahead and leave our mixed number as our answer tonight. 2 and 2/8 is your answer. As a decimal, 2 and 1/4. Hopefully by now you've memorized your fourths. That's 2.25. 2.25. As another decimal, we can add a 0 onto the end of this. 2.250. As a percent, write down 2.25 and then swoop your decimal twice to the right, so that gives us 225%. Our picture is 2 full circles and the second circle divided into fourths with just one circle in. For take half, remember we use the original fraction, which is 9 over 4 divided by 2 over 1. We want to flip now. So we'll get 9 over 4 times 1 over 2. When we multiply straight across, we get 9 over 8. What does this give us as a mixed number? It's 8 into 9 one time with 1 left over. So 1 and 1/8. Yes, I want us writing mixed numbers now in the take half and in the double it. So 9 over 4 times 2 over 1. We can cross cancel the 2 and the 4. Becomes a 1, becomes a 2. I get 9 over 2 times 1 is 2. So 2 goes into 9 4 times with 1 left over, 4 and 1/2. And that makes sense because 4 and 1/2 is twice what 2 and 1/4 is. $4.50 is twice $2.25. All right, row B. So let's try and do the mixed number first because we have this fraction or this decimal that's 4.333 repeated. Well, as a mixed number, 4 is my whole number. 0.33 repeated is 1/3. 4 and 1/3. So 4 and 1/3 as an improper fraction, what do? I do 4 times 3, which gives me 12, and I add it to the 1. So what's that as an improper fraction? It's 13 over 3. Another fraction, I could just take 4 and 1/3, and I could multiply, the fraction part by 2. Times 2 times 2. So an equivalent fraction to 4 and 1/3 is 4 and 2/6. 4.33 repeated, you can just add in another 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not another 0, just another 3. For the percent, remember 4.333. I'm going to swoop 2 times, once, twice, and I get 433.3 repeated percent. It's important to have this 0.3 repeated percent. It's way different than 433%. All right, got a little extra change there. Obviously here we're going to fill in 4 circles all the way because they're 100% full if they're a whole. And then we'll take this guy and divide them into thirds and fill in 1/3. All right, for take half and double it. Remember, I want my answer as a mixed number. So take 13 over 3, divide it by 2 over 1. Remember, when we divide fractions, we flip. So I'll take 13 over 3 and multiply it by 1 over 2. I get 13 over 6. Okay, so now I say 6 goes into 13 2 times with 1 left over. So 2 and 1/6 is half of 4 and 1/3. And then 13 over 3 times 2 over 1 to double it. I get 26 over 3. There's no cross canceling involved, so 3 goes into 26. 7, 8 times, right? That's 24 with 2 left over. So 8 and 2/3 is 4 and 1/3 doubled. Okay. Last row, 1 and 3/8. So since I'm given the mixed number, why don't I go ahead and start off with changing the mixed number to an improper fraction. So I'll do 1 times 8 and add it to 3. So what do I get? I get 11 over 8. Let's take the mixed number 1 3/8 and let's write an equivalent fraction next to it. So times 2 times 2. Right? An equivalent fraction of 1 3/8 is 1 6/8. Now let's change 1 and 6 6/16. My fault. Now let's change 1 3/8 to a decimal. 1 is obviously the whole number. The decimal 3/8. You can use your reference sheet. You can divide 8 into 3. Whichever way you do it, you're going to get 375. So 1.375. Right? Another decimal. This is one where I get to add just a 0 on the end because it's not a repeating decimal. For the decimal to percent, I will take the decimal and I'll swoop it twice to the right, nice and clear like that, and I'll get 137.5%. I write my decimal nice and clear. So I'll have one whole, and then my other circle will be divided up into eighths. So I'll divide up into fourths first, nice and carefully, and then divide it again into eighths, and 3/8. So 3 sections of this will be covered in 1, 2, and 3. For take half and double it, I'll use 11 over 8 divided by 2 over 1. I will flip, so I'll get 11 over 8 times 1/2. I get 11 over 16, and now I'm actually done because that's not an improper fraction. So 11 over 16. 11 over 8 times 2 over 1. Look, always look to cross cancel, and I can. That's a 1, that's a 4. So what do I get? I get 11 times 1 is 11, over 4 times 1 is 4. So that is an improper fraction, so let's change it to a mixed number. 4 into 11 goes 2 times, with 3 left over. So 2 and 3 over 4. Okay, where can I place these original ones that I got on the number line? So 1 3/8, I can divide this up into eighths. So 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 1 3/8, 1, 2, 3, right there. 1 3/8. That's where C would go. 4 1/3, I can divide the 4s to the 5 up into thirds. So 1/3, 2/3, and then 3/3 would be right there. So 1/3 is right here. 4 1/3 are 4.333 repeated. That's B. And then my other number was 9 over 4, or 2 1/4. So I can divide 2 to 3 up into 4. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So 2 1/4 right here, otherwise known as 9 over 4, and that's A. All right, backside, you have halves for letter D. So your mixed number should be 2 into 3, 1 with 1 left over. So 1 1/2. That is not 0.12. Use reference sheet. That should be very familiar. 5.2. I'll help you out with the mixed number. 5.2. Obviously, this is 5. This is 2 over 10, but that's not simplified. Divide it. What do I get? I get 5 1/5. Okay, so 5 1/5. You can obviously change 5 1/5 into a improper fraction by doing that math right there. All right, and then remember the ninths. Use your reference sheet. The ninths are just always a repeated number. So I'll help you out with the decimal. The decimal should be 2 1/9. It's 2, and then if you look at your reference sheet, 1/9 should be 0.111 repeated. 2.111 repeated. So I've helped you out a little bit more than usual. I will be back in class tomorrow. Please call me if you have any questions tonight. Good luck.